Whew, no pressure.
I know, no pressure. All right, we're live. Hey guys, I'm so glad that you jumped on today to join us in this live interview with Adam Johnson. He is. I'm so excited to have you on today. First of all, I have seen so many of your educational pieces from YouTube, your YouTube channel, and just really impressed every single time at the message that you're putting out there for the community and what you're teaching people. So thank you for being on with me today and letting me get some education in your industry as well. So, guys, Adam is president of Johnson Property Investments, and he is the founder of the YouTube channel REI Simplified. So, just to get us started, so we're not strangers to everybody that we're talking to today, Adam, tell me a little bit about your story, how you got started, and what, really got you into this industry.
Well, Melissa, first off, thank you for having me on your show. It's an honor. I'm super excited. My road to where we are today started off very unconventional. I joined the military at 17 years old on my 17th birthday. I did 15 years of Army. 13 of that was in Special Forces, which ironically prepared me to be a business owner. I didn't know at the time, but learning systems, learning how to lead, guide, mentor, younger soldiers as a Green Beret definitely set me up to be able to do what we do now. We started our business in 2014 with the idea of flipping houses because that was the trend. That's what's sexy. That's what's on TV. We flipped our first house, made every mistake you can make. I mean, everything you're not supposed to do, we did that. I think we may have broke even, but I'm not proud of that. The second house we flipped was the dream scenario where from purchase to sale, we made $22,000 profit after paying everybody off. That was in 92 days. It doesn't get better for that, better than that for us. Our third property did not sell. It was winter months here in Clarksville, not a lot of movement. So we ended up getting a renter in that property. And we realized that, hey, my mortgage is $400. We're making $900 a month in rent. This can be something. After that, we learned and taught ourselves how to buy houses with no money. And since then, we've been able to purchase 50 homes. Many of those we still have today. We run a short-term rental business along with our purchase and long-term rental business. So we're kind of wearing two hats at all times, but I love it. On top of everything else, we're also branching off, trying to help other people get into starting their businesses. Obviously, we specialize in real estate, but there are still basic concepts that apply to any industry, with mindset and taking risk and calculations and that kind of stuff. So we're just happy to do what we're doing. We like I said, very unconventional way to get here, but our mission now is to provide a great experience for our short-term rental guests and to provide education, free education to help people get started in their businesses and especially in real estate.
It's awesome. I love it. And what I love about that too is that, many times I meet people out at networking events or in my industry as well, in the financial industry. And, people are always asking what makes you stand out from a lot of those other people. And I tell them that it was, being close to being bankrupt, me having to take care of, and I shouldn't say having to because I loved it, but I took care of my mother for 26 years. And that was a hardship for me. Starting at 21 years old, I took care of her from a spinal cord injury. And so fighting through a lot of insurance pieces and long-term care and final expenses and Medicare and all of that gave me the experience that makes me different. And that's what I see from you as well. Your experience of going through those first steps and having some of those hardships has put you in a position to, write the page and somebody else's survival guide. Yeah. So it's like, that's what you're doing on a daily basis when you're out there teaching people. So I love that.
Yeah, I agree. We all have our different ways to get to where we are, our different hardships. I tell my clients that I work with that, I literally face death on the battlefield many times. So me going to get a bank loan and talking to a seller is not scary at all. That's nothing compared to real life. Yeah. So you can't have fear. Like you got to kind of put that behind you and realize the worst that can happen is someone can tell you no. That's the worst that can happen in business. So
yeah, absolutely. I love it. So guys, if you're watching, we've got some viewers on. Please don't hesitate to send questions. We may not be able to get to them on the spot because there is a little delay from the software to what you're seeing on Facebook. However, Adam and I will be sure that we go back through all of the comments and we will reach out to you personally with any questions that you have and get some answers to you. Also keep viewing, because at the end, we're going to be sharing some great incentives that he's offering through some of the properties that he's renting, as well as how he's helping other business owners in the community. And I'm going to be sharing some incentives to kind of, I'm calling them a stimulus incentive back into the communities as well. So hang tight and be sure you listen to those. So questions for you with current circumstances, and so many people are really in that zone right now where they feel like their business is going to fail. Maybe they were on the fence already, or maybe that's somebody that just stepped into this industry. What are when did you realize that your business had to adjust, or you were going to be one of those people? And what are you doing there under current circumstances?
So for us, the 13th of March, which was Friday the 13th, ironically, our world came to a halt almost. A lot of our listings are on Airbnb, which is a platform that is a third-party platform that lists our properties. We had 80% of our future bookings canceled. So that was 80% of our revenue for the next 2 months wiped away within a 48-hour period. We realized right then that we had to rethink what we were doing and how we do what we do. For example, being that we were listed on a third-party platform, we had no control. So we own the property, we take the risk, we service the client, but we have no control at the end of the day. So what we started to do was my wife and I had began understanding and learning the direct booking process, where we direct market to our clients to get those people to sign up with us. Because if you use a third-party platform in anything, they're not your clients directly. They're the client of the platform, of the third party, of the agency, so on and so forth. So we had no control of the situation. I realize that. Yeah, they're not my clients directly anyway. So we had began direct bookings prior to Friday the 13th, about 6-7 months ago, and we really got really good at that, and we started getting a good percentage of that. So what we did when everything just collapsed for us on that Friday the 13th, we started aggressively marketing on Facebook, Instagram, doing live videos, reaching out, doing cold calls like every salesman should do, reaching out to their potential clients and negotiating, getting deals, talking to people, looking for referrals. Within 3 days, we had almost all those bookings refilled. Not the same people, obviously, but the same time frame. Same revenue coming in. And then, as I say, we try to help and we get on the Facebook platforms, the threads and that kind of stuff to work with the other Airbnb hosts. Most all of them had never contemplated direct booking. So they literally put all their eggs in one basket. That basket was on Airbnb and it was gone like that. So we realized Friday the 13th that we have to own our clients. We have to own the process. We have to control much more than what we did.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that we always have to be a couple of steps ahead when it comes to that. So yeah. Sorry, we're getting a little bit of feedback there, but that's okay. It's okay. We'll I'll mute when you go on to answer the next question too. Okay. That'll help a little bit. It's hard to talk when you've got that feedback. Hey guys, we're just real people here doing a service to try to help educate other people in business. We're not professional TV hosts or anything like that. So bear with us here. So let me ask you, are you guys getting concerns from your guests about the virus and how that is affecting your homes? Or have you had to, do more strenuous cleanings and things like that?
So, yeah, obviously, everyone in the world is concerned about this coronavirus, and with a lot of the travel bans in different locations are being affected differently. We're in Clarksville, Tennessee, and we're still open for travel. We're still getting clients. The big concern is, the 40, 45-year-olds and older, they're being more susceptible to the virus. We've always been super strenuous with our cleaning process. We have a 58-point cleaning checklist for all of our cleaning crews. And we just reassure them that we're going by the checklist. We've never had an issue with cleanliness, and that we disinfect everything as we always have. But also, I call all of our clients the week prior to their check-in, because that's what makes us a little bit different. That we're not just a host, we're not just a business. Now we're humans. Now we're working with each other. So I always ask, do you have any special concerns we need to know about? Anything like that. And a lot of times that two-way conversation with the clients, it does comfort them in knowing that I'm able to talk intelligently about what we're doing and how we're combating the virus within our homes, and that our homes are safe. And we tell our clients here in the local area that if you're looking for a safe quarantine, place, we offer that. The homes are always clean. They're very safe. If you want to go take you and the kids away for 14, 15, 20 days, we'd love to host you.
Yeah, that's I was just talking to somebody about that yesterday, and I was like, it's such a great opportunity to be able to go in and still go somewhere and feel comfortable with that and spend a weekend or a week with your family during this time. As everybody needs, we've kind of been forced into changing our businesses and changing our daily lives and spending time with one another. And even though that's something that people are always like, I wish I had more time to spend with my family.
I know.
Sometimes when you're in your house and you're doing that, you feel like there's lots of things that you need to be doing in your home. And sometimes you just need a break.
Yep.
And that may be, a way of, telling us, hey, it's time for you people to slow down.
Yeah.
And it's time for you to get focused on what you need to be focused on. And I think that's a great idea. If you guys are looking for a weekend away or a week away, reach out to Adam and definitely see what they're offering. That's a great suggestion. So what are you guys doing in your local community there to help other small businesses?
So we're very active, like doing lives and that kind of stuff on Facebook. We're tied in with the Chamber of Commerce here locally, and we're just offering any kind of help we can. What we're seeing, not only in the local population, but also local business owners, is fear and panic. And we're just trying to reassure everyone to please just take a step back, relax, take a breath, and realize that this is going to pass. I understand that it's hard right now. But it is going to pass. And when this passes, you're going to have the backlog of all the activities that we've missed for the past, 4, 5, 10 weeks, depending on how long this goes. So, all the basketball tournaments, all the dance recitals, all of everything that's going on that would have been going on right now, it has to catch back up. So I tell all these businesses, we're not talking about being profitable right now. That's not our concern. We're talking about surviving. We need to keep the doors open. We're not, overhead is our main concern right now, is meeting the expenses and keeping the doors open. If we can survive this, and we all can, for the most part, we can survive this, we're going to come out on top, and the backlog is going to catch us right back up. So if you have to take a loan out right now, you do what you have to do to survive. And one of the other local business owners here is Hannah Price in Clarksville, Tennessee. And what she's doing, she's starting, we're kind of working together to kind of get people to pledge these small businesses. And what the math that she's worked out is, if 3% of our population pledge $75 a week to their favorite sub shop, their favorite, car dealership, whatever it is, whatever you like, coffee shops, that 3% at $75 per week will keep the doors open. And it's not a donation, it's a credit. So if you put 75% towards Lasser's coffee shop, $75 towards Lasser's coffee shop, that's not a free donation. That is credit for you to go in and whenever you have the time to get that coffee, but you're also helping the local small businesses. So we're tying into that. We're putting out information, and I put my phone number out. Anyone can call me to help. If I can help, like you said, we're business owners. We're not professional TV people or that kind of stuff. If I can help anybody from the bottom of my heart, my phone is there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have seen that in all of your videos that you've done. You're just reaching out constantly to help other people. No, if we were professionals, I would not look like a ghost. And you're in a nice home environment. Hey, moving from the office to home, we just do what we can do. So I got a new grandbaby here. I'm super proud of her.
Congratulations.
When I guess her grandma has to go into the kitchen and do some things to continue business, we just do what we got to do.
Do what you have to do. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that idea. I think that's amazing that just that small amount from 3% of the population could create some stimulus back into those local businesses.
Yep.
And this is important, guys. Just helping one another. And I think too many times as business owners, it tends to be competitive, and people are like, oh, I don't want to promote somebody else who may be in the same industry, or I don't want to promote somebody else who's out there. They may be taking my people. There are plenty of people for all of us.
Yeah.
And it just takes us, it's the right fit, the client that's looking for me versus the client that's looking for somebody else, and the client that's looking for you versus somebody else in your industry.
Yep.
Because there's a need there, whatever it may be. So you hit the nail on the head with something, and now I forgot what it was. So maybe it'll come back to me. So I guess one last question for you would be, what are you doing to help other business professionals who are trying to get their business started?
So great question. So we've been fortunate to learn the lessons we've learned. A lot of lessons we've learned, we've had to learn the hard way. And in real estate, when you make a mistake, it's not a couple of $100, it's a couple $1,000. So I want to take my lessons learned to give to the public so they don't have to make those same mistakes to be, profitable from day one, to start a successful business. So we started a YouTube channel called REI Simplified. Now, what that means is Real Estate Investing Simplified, where we break down, the unfamiliar lingo, the unfamiliar concepts of how to get into real estate, how to start your business from day one, ground zero, with forming your LLC or your S Corp, with hiring your team of CPA, your handyman, how to interview these professionals that you need to bring onto your team. Everything that we can give the public that, again, I wish we had known. It took me about 7 months to get the business up and running, and it should not have taken that long. If you had the steps that we have today to give to everyone, you can be up and running in 2 weeks with your EIN, with your everything formed, with your line of credit, so on and so forth. So we try to lay out somewhat of a blueprint so people do not have to make the same mistakes that we made or I made. It was mainly me to get to where we are today. We're doing really well. We own 40 homes right now, half of which are short-term rentals, half of which are long-term rentals. It wasn't easy. And if I could go back, I would probably own 80 homes right now, and I would probably not have lost some of the dollars that I had lost, knowing the lessons learned. They always say, hindsight is 20/20. So, but the channel is not only for real estate investors. The channel is for business like-minded individuals who are interested in starting. We talk about finances. We talk about banking. We talk about mindset. That's a big thing for me. It's no matter what you do. I learned, being in special forces, your mind is stronger than your body. And that's not just in the field. That's here on the computer. That's here talking to bankers. That's here talking to potential clients. So we just want to help and help and help and give and give and give. And if we can help people, that one person that thinks they're not quite ready, if we can get that one person to start their business, that's what it's about. Because people wait for the right time. They wait for everything to be perfect. And I tell everybody, it will never be perfect. You will never be ready to start your business ever, no matter how long you wait, no matter how much money you save. There's always going to be something that you did not plan for, always. And if you wait for the perfect time or the perfect deal or the perfect lender or the perfect client, you will never do anything. So we just try to get people that little nudge, to kind of get them to take that very first step.
Yeah, that's excellent. And you're right. I mean, I've talked to people about this throughout my life because I'm quite a bit older than you. But one of the things that came to mind when you said that was if you wait for the perfect time to start your family, we would never have families.
Yeah, amen.
Because
Yeah.
there's never a perfect time to add a child and take on that expense and that all the emotions and the physical pieces that come with that too. So you exactly right. So any closing thoughts for you? Anything else that you would like for people to know, or is there any information on how they can reach out to you specifically? If they don't want to put anything into the chat, go ahead and share that now so that they can reach out with any questions they have.
So in closing, a quote that I live by is there's no growth in your comfort zone. And if you remember that, that will take you a long way. When things get a little challenging, it's because it's a growth opportunity. And if you're scared to do it, but it won't kill you, there's a good chance something good can come from it. So there's no growth in your comfort zone. Yeah, I can be reached on Facebook, Instagram, Adam Johnson. Adam Johnson Investments is my Facebook business page. I'm also on Instagram. I run a business, Johnson Property Investments. They're both on Instagram and Facebook as well. My email address is adam@joproinvestments.com. That's JOP as in Paul, RO, investments with an S.com. Anybody can email me. And as I said before, I'm an open book. I have nothing to hide. I don't sugarcoat. I don't lie about something I have never done. If I haven't done something where I don't know the answer, I'll either research it or refer you to a person I know that can help you. But I'm not about setting people up for failure. And I just want to, again, just reiterate that for everybody that's watching this and you're on the fence of starting or not starting your business, just do it. It's never going to be the right time. Please just do it.
Yeah, have some faith in yourself. Have some faith and some courage, because if you don't have it now, you're never going to have it, because this is the perfect time. Because I think life as we know it has changed. So even if, when things open back up, I think we're still going to be in a zone where a lot of companies have probably figured out through this, hey, we can have people working from home a little bit more, or we don't need quite as many people. And, it's a double-edged sword. It's great that we're evolving in business and we're growing and we're changing, and the virtual world is, has been at our fingertips for a while. And it's also sad because we're going to have a lot of people that are going to be looking.
Yeah.
So, it's great for them to just take a leap of faith right now is perfect.
Yeah.
I think to start a business, you got to have some faith in yourself.
I agree.
And put in the hard work. So thank you, Adam. Going into closing, guys, I'm again Melissa Harris with the Turning Point team, and we specialize in anything in the financial industry. So anything basically that touches money. And one thing that I would like to put out there right now that's a big concern for me in our communities, with so many people losing their jobs and so many people being laid off, at how many people are out there. I mean, I think we're already up to like 3 million as far as unemployment. How many people are out there, one, without a job, and two, all of their life insurance and their benefits stayed with that job. So, when they step out of that position and back out into the real world, as far as, looking for employment and looking for those things, now they may be older, now they may have some health concerns, their insurance rates may be higher than they were when they started that job. I'm here to help those people. So what I'm putting out there for you guys is anybody who's interested in having a discussion and having me evaluate your life insurance policies, or having me just quote you on new life insurance, we are going to do gift cards back out onto your local communities for local businesses. So if you reach out to me, it takes 5 minutes for me to get a quote out to you, and I will give you a gift card for one of your local businesses of your choice. So just reach out, have us do a few minutes, spend a few minutes with us. We'll do a couple of quotes. We can help educate on how to take care of that 401k that's still with that company and what you need to do with it, rollovers and things like that. So again, thank you so much for being on. I don't see any questions right now, but I think the last time it was because we had that delay. And once we actually go to our Facebook pages, we will see those pop in. So we will be sure that we get back to you guys. Please share this video. It may not be something that you needed to hear today, but somebody out there needs to hear hear this and needs to hear the solutions that Adam's bringing to the table with his business, and also just the benefits and what these guys are putting back into the community. So please share. And with that, we will let you have the rest of your day to get your work done and enjoy it with your families or whatever's on your plans for today. I thank you, Adam.
Thank you for having me, Melissa. It was a pleasure.
All right. You have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.